I thought I should put some extra explanations on that last video. All right. So I shouldn't have just left you hanging there. I think I'm going to add some more things. So as far as the clerks go, flirting with you, getting inappropriate, doing things to make you uncomfortable, um, this is what you do to get them to stop. Okay, I'm going to give you the practical moves, what you need to make. What you need to do is you need to simply remind them what they're supposed to be doing. Okay, I need you to make my sandwich now. I already told you that. I need my change now. That kind of thing. Oh, time for me to go. That kind of thing. You remind them that the conversation's over. You remind them what they need to be doing instead of trying to ask you questions, flirt with you, things like that. I have clerks doing crazy things like asking me my age. If you're not aware of this, asking a woman her age is really rude. And I've said this in a lot of my videos, but people do ask me my age a lot. I'm not ashamed of my age, but I am a mature woman and I get asked my age a lot. And a lot of them are just, they're flirting, they're asking my age, they're trying to figure out if they should ask me out. The answer is no. But they try to ask me my age, and I just go, and they'll ask me my age, and they'll be holding the change in their hand, and I'll say, I need my change. Shuts it down. That kind of thing. You just remind them what they need to be doing. The lady in the deli would not stop talking about that I was dressed up, kept asking me where I was going, why I was dressed up. I told her I wasn't dressed up. She wanted to argue with me. She was making me a spectacle in a whole store full of people. Everybody was staring at me because she wouldn't stop talking about how dressed up I was. I tried to tell her I wasn't. Even if I was, well, was what I was doing everybody's business? No. And I need you to make my sandwich now. It's just shut it down. Just remind them what they need to be doing, because they are forgetting themselves. They are forgetting their decorum. They're forgetting what they're supposed to be doing. They think they're doing customer service, but they're not. They're kind of flirting with you. They're kind of stepping out of line. They're trying to establish some kind of personal relationship with you. One time this guy was making my sandwich, and he kept asking me the same question over and over, and I kept answering with the same answer, and he kept asking. And then I just glared at him like, will you knock your crap off? And I should have just said, I already answered that. But he kept asking and making these flirtatious eyes at me, asking the same question over and over. And I turned to the lady I was with and I said, what the fuck is his problem? Because I was getting mad. I was like, and I should have, because I didn't understand what was going on at the time, I should have just said, I have already answered that question. But I didn't know what he was doing. He was just trying to get me to smile at him or something like that, and I wasn't going to do it. I was hungry and I just wanted my food. But I should have just said, I've already answered that question. Maybe he was just so distracted by flirting with me that he kept forgetting what I was saying. I don't know. I don't know what's going through people's minds. But just remind people what they need to be doing. You got to put them in check sometimes. Hey, I need you to make that sandwich now. Just, try not to argue with them. I tried to tell that lady I wasn't dressed up. She wasn't hearing me. Um, so if that helps, I really hope that does help. Anyone else have any suggestions? Put it in the comments below, or any story you want to tell about how some clerk was flirting with you and making you uncomfortable. The thing is, you can't always tell the manager. Sometimes the manager's not in. Sometimes they are the manager. You can't tell on people every single time somebody's flirting with you, because if it's happening all the time, that's you're telling on a lot of people. And sometimes you just have to just learn how to shut it down, because sometimes it happens more than once in the same day. Sometimes it's just something that's going to happen to you all the time. If you go around looking nice or something like that, or you're a magnetic person or something like that, there's just something about you that people just want to engage with you like that. Sometimes you just have to learn to shut people down. A lot of people think that you want that kind of attention, and you don't. Sometimes you just you got up and you made yourself look nice for yourself. You didn't do it so people like that could give you unwanted attention. So anyway, I hope that helped you guys, and I hope you guys have a wonderful evening. Bye bye.